Hey guys, John here, Tagman channel. Anyway, gotta get working on this Cadillac a little bit today. So I've had a whole lot of distractions the last couple weeks. There's a distraction. There's a distraction. But the job right now is, I didn't just go buy a whole new exhaust system for this Caddy, because most of it's pretty solid. You might remember I patched this Y pipe, because I couldn't find just the Y pipe. I could buy the whole system on eBay if I wanted to, or I probably could hire. I know a couple guys who have pipe benders. They could bend me up some pipes and do that for me. But I just don't want to dump all the money in the world in this car yet. So the resonator was bad. I cut it out. I put the straight pipe in here. Now I'm going to weld it up. Got to put on my trusty reading / welding glasses first so I can actually see what I'm doing. Ooh, these bad boys need a cleanup job. Well, I'm going to get these cleaned up, put on, and start doing a little welding. I think I got it. All right. I do believe I got it. Yep, looks like we got it. We pretty much got it all the way up and around as far as I can tell. Maybe a little bit missed there. Might have to touch that up, but I think it's good for now. So now we got to get the back part on. It's got this little turn down. I got to put that on there. And no, it ain't pretty. It should be chrome. But I'm just going to tack that on there, and we're gonna call it good for now until I put a new exhaust on it. Then we'll do something different. Hey, this job's done. Well, not quite. I wanna nip these off. I don't like these screws hanging down like that. I just don't like it. So I'm gonna get rid of that. This back piece here, I had to slice it a couple times and weld it because it's just a hair bigger. But anyway, it looks pretty good. It's pretty solid, especially for rotten pipe. So, well, we'll see how long it lasts. Who knows, get a couple years out of it. Yeah, well, it's 60 degrees in here. So I'm gonna warm this tank up a little bit and then spray it down with some of this. Yeah, that same cold galvanizing compound I use on stuff. And I don't know, it seems to stick good. I didn't want to get the bolts though, so I smeared a little bit of anti-seize on those, because someday I'm sure I'm gonna be taking this tank down, probably someday in the near future. So that's what I'm gonna do now, spray some paint on there. Now we'll see how it looks. Just to make it look a little better, maybe protect that rusty edge a little bit, get a couple more years out of it. Okay, I got her down off the lift, got her on rubber again, which is exciting, but I had it started for just a second. I just figured, you know, I put a new fuel pump on it and stuff, so everything's probably got to prime up, which makes sense. It hasn't run for like a month. So, probably needs to prime up, but now I'm seeing a puddle of gas developing. I got to figure out where that's coming from. I'm always needing more light. Wow, look at that, big puddle of gas going on. What in the world? Ah, crap, I guess I'll be putting it back up on the lift. I'm gonna unhook this battery cable just in case. I think I'm gonna unhook it. Got it. Okay. Make sure it can't get on there again. So far, I've put more miles on this vertically than horizontally. That's right here. Why is that leaking? Probably a hole in that line, I betcha. Well, we're pumped up with gas in our fuel filter. Oh, right here. That's dripping down here and running down here, so it's not here, it's up here. I must not have tightened that tight enough or something. All right, tighten it up, try it again. Well, that was a little struggle, boy, but I got it. Wound up having to use a crow's foot just to get up in there, because that's 1 1/4 on the outside and that was loose. And then this, I had to tighten that fitting too. So couldn't tighten this without tightening that one first. Yeah, it was a nightmare. So, well, we got it. Let's see what happens. Well, I don't know if I got it. We got to see if it leaks still. All right, let's see what happens. I think I flooded it. Ah, it's still dripping. Why? Why is it still dripping? Okay, well, where else? Will be leaking somewhere else too? That's all dry. That's a little wet up here. I got it on there tight too. I don't know how they get any tighter. Maybe it's just not compatible line. Still leaking. I guess I'm gonna have to figure this out. It screws in there and it just it's just leaking. But not from up here. Leaking from this fitting right here. Maybe brake line's not compatible. I don't know. Okay, I gotta figure this out. Well, looks like today's a learning day. Seems like I'm caught between SAE, DIN, and AN. I don't know for sure. The AN would be a single flare, I think. So, maybe research a little more. I put the car back down. I also learned something else too. Check this out. Make sure everything's clear before you put the car down, or you might wind up with your favorite stool getting bent. Was sitting under there and smashed it. So that was stupid. So always got to watch. I heard it and I stopped as soon as I could, and by then it was already bent. So my next thing, I'm going to pull this brake line off and I'm going to see if I can reflare it. And if I do, I'll have to reflare it at the carburetor too, which I think is also a little drippy, because that looks wet to me there. Getting some leakage going on there too. See how wet it is? Wasn't that wet before, so it's spraying gas. I seem to have wandered into some kind of flare corn maze. See if I can dig my way out of this. Okay, so I've got this flaring tool. It's a double flare, and it's a standard size. I have another one just like it's for metric lines. And you usually use this part here, and it'll make a double flare and a piece of brake line. But I think you can also use it as a single flare tool. I think what I'm going to do is just go with a regular straight flare. These are 45 degrees. What I read on the internet was AN fitting is 37 degrees, but maybe they work together. I don't know. I'll have to see. Okay, I got this set up just about ready to go ahead and make a flare on this thing. I got it in the bar, and I got it the right height according to what the instructions say. Following the instructions, man. Usually I just do this, so now I got to crank this thing down tight. Try to make a flare that works this time. Get my flaring gizmo on here. And unusual for me, but I actually put the nut on like you're supposed to before I put the flare on. Couldn't tell you how many times I've done that. Well, let's see what happens. I ain't got much to lose. I cut very small amount off. I was able to do that with my little cutter. So I'm not losing any material, just a little spot. It looks okay, but it's huge. That's not even going to go in the fitting. So they gave me a bum steer with this, setting it up too high. Oh man, that's crap. All right, looks like I got to cut that off and try again. I used my cutoff wheel on the grinder. That turned out good. Thing went right around the wheel. It was crazy. So I guess I'll just use a tubing cutter and clean that mess up. All right, got it. I cut off that nasty end. Now, a little bit of ream job here. Not hard, just enough to take off anything that might be a burr. Let's try this again. This time I'm not going to put it in as deep. I'm going to put it in where I think it ought to be instead of using that tool, and that looks about right to me. So that's where it's going. Worst I have to do is do it all over again. Spend my whole day going over this over and over. All right, I got that on there, and I'll snug her down, see what it does. Look more like the right kind of flare this time, maybe. I think that feels better. Let's see. See if I'm a hero this time. or a pathetic loser. Whoops. Well, that does look better. You get. Ah! Let's put a little bigger of a wing on that wing nut. Oh, dropping everything. That's a little big too. Might have a problem getting that in there. Holy smokes, what am I doing? I have one of those days, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if it fits. Okay, that thing fit in there. I got it back on the carburetor where it belongs. Snugged it down really tight. Shouldn't have to go crazy tight, but I put it on pretty tight. So now I'm gonna see if I can trim this off short. This little tool, I think I can, because it's got the notch in the wheel. I think I can ride right on that, so I don't have to cut much material off. I want to keep it as close to the same I had it, because it really fit nice, you know. Now I'm all this adjusting and cutting and new flares. It's getting things goofed up. Yeah, we'll give it a try. Yeah, it's cutting it. Got it. All right, it looks like a nice, clean, straight cut. So, ahead with the reamer. Uh-oh, my phone is ringing. Let me go answer it. Could be opportunity calling. Ooh, yes, customer. Okay. More work. That's good. Stay busy. Okay. Ugh, tastes like gas. Blah. Boy, a little bit of gas flavor goes a long way. All right. That looks pretty good. Get it stuck in here. Yeah. Looking good. Here we go. We're getting her. Of course, we don't know if we got it until we get it on there and see that it does not leak. And that's got to be on there tight. Oh, no good. No good. Got to start over. Check it out. This happens too sometimes. See it? Right there. We got a little split going on. No good. Got to start over. Oh, having a bit of a downpour out there. Looks like I got it. Finally. I'll take my flaring tool part off here and see if I split it again, or if I'm a hero this time. Oh, I think I'm good. That looks about as good as we're gonna get it. It even looks polished up, looks nice. Wow, it's really pouring out. Looks like a big storm coming in. Probably part of that hurricane, like the hurricanes we've always had. Who knows? I think that's it. Oh yeah, fits the nut nice. Look at that, perfect. Okay. Cram it in there. Let's see if we're heroes or losers. One or the other. I got that line snaked in there, and I'd love to tell you it was a piece of cake, but don't want to lie to you. It was a pain in the neck. So I tightened this up with a socket wrench, and now I'm going to tighten up this nut. Tighten it down with just a regular open end wrench first. Going to go to a crow foot. Okay. Okay, that's tight now. That's tight, and I was able to slip that a little bit, so I got to snug it down some more. There's only like 5 pounds of pressure on these, 5 to 7 pounds, if I remember right, of fuel pressure on these. I mean, jeepers creepers. Now cars run 60 pounds. Yeah, I got to get this right so I can get some torque on that thing. There we go. I got to hold that line where it'll stay there. Okay. That should not have leak, I don't think. Should not have. I don't know why I talk that way. I just moved it. Too easy. Snug her down some more. Oh, well, that sucker's tight now, by golly. Oh, the line's clearing the belt, so that's good. Oh, that's tight. If that leaks now, I'll eat it. I'm not sure I should make that promise. But, okay. Okay, so I gotta hook up the top side. Then we're gonna try starting this thing again. And we're gonna see if we got leaks. And so we'll go from there. Let's see if she fires up without dripping gas. What in the world is all that about? Didn't used to do that. couple things can cause that. Something shorting out the point, something under the cap, stuck valve, slow valves. Maybe she's having a bad reaction to that new motor oil I put in her. Oh, let's look underneath. Should be, if it's got a drip, it should be dripping by now. Nope, all looks dry. So that problem solved, but you know what? I don't dare start it if it's gonna shoot flames. I better put the air cleaner back on. Try to control the flame scenario here. You're gonna be doing it just because it's not pumping up gas yet, you know? Plus I was holding it to the floor because I think I flooded it. I do have a whole complete tune-up for this car. She may be getting it on there sooner than later. Okay, I have a sneaky suspicion. All right, so I fixed the gas line, but now it don't run. So what do you think's going on with that? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you guys on the next one.